Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ken Knows Gambling. Happy Saturday to everybody. Of course, it's my Sunday. I have to work tomorrow. So, tomorrow's my Monday, but it is Saturday for everybody else. Welcome to the channel. And a couple things to talk about. Real quick, all this, membership thing and all that. 60% of you, there's been 30 votes. 60% of you don't want to do it, and so this may end up being a moot point. I'm going to let the survey run the entire weekend. But like I said, if I got over half of you, whatever. So if you want to see it, you're gonna. I can't do it if it's over 50% don't want to see it. I won't do it. I will not alienate. I know that might suck for those that want it, but we can talk about that privately on my email if you want to. KenKnowsGambling@gmail.com. Alright, that's number one out of the way. Number two, this is the fourth session of Waylons' wonderfully named Get Laid and Calm. Either his brain's fried or mine is. We're 3-0, and when he does it, all right, how he does it is he does a $100 lay, and he does $10 across, right? Or he does $10 in the comp, all right? Slides there, blah, blah, blah. So once he gets to there, the 50 that he wins here will cover that, minus the VIG, and we are going to talk about VIG here in a second. Well, he has a $2,000 bankroll, so I went 3 times the bankroll, and to keep everything in the same percentage, I'm actually going to do 250, 255, 750, 1,000, 1,250, and so on. And here's why. I'm doing it with quarters. So if you lay out 5 quarters, that's 125. I'd win 100. It's the same thing. So percentages are just the same. I ain't screwing with that percentage. However, the VIG is different. All right. Now, that all being said, I've had, of course, my whole YouTube career, I used to call them the VIG police, and not to I don't know what the word I'm looking for, undervalue their point. VIG is important. I've always said the VIG is there, but I think one of the biggest reasons a lot of YouTube channels don't do the VIG, now you got to start dealing with these little ones and all that, and that's not what I want to do. But it doesn't mean that it's not important. And then I had a couple of you just in the last day or two talking about that too. When you're doing lays, especially if they get big, then the VIG is actually, it can get substantial. So that is all true. Okay, so I still don't want to mess with paying VIG. Hell, I do good enough just to keep everything straight, and most of the time I still screw up. So here's what I've decided to do that I'm willing to do, really to make all the big people happy and let everybody know what's going on, is this. I am going to bring out yellow piece of paper. All right. Now, on a $250 lay, it's 5%. Now, my casino, where I go to La Burge a lot. I only have to pay the VIG on the win. So if I lay 250 here and lose it, they don't collect nothing. They only collect it on the win. Now, your casino may collect it up front and then give it back to you if you bring it down or something. Mine pays it on the win, which is $12.50. 5% of 250 is $12.50, but they don't deal with 50, so it's $12. So I'm going to do a tick mark every time I win. I have to have the 7 to win. I'll do a tick mark. So that's 1 tick mark. 500 is 2. 750 is 3. So on and so forth. and I'll make tick marks. So then when I'm getting ready to where I want to quit, I'll calculate that, and that should help. Now, when I get to 500, all right, it's actually $12.50 and $12.50. Now they deal with it. But I'm not going to deal with that extra dollar. Don't give one rat's ass about it. And if those that really want to do VIG, they care about that extra dollar or two, then I'm sorry about you. Don't care. But I am willing to at least do this, tick marks, so we can get 99.5% accurate. All right. Hopefully that's good for everybody. Okay. But only on the win, not on a loss. All right. So now the next thing is every strategy will go down sooner or later. It's inevitable. It will happen. Best bet in all the casino is never make the first bet, because gambling is wicked and it sucks. All right. So let's go ahead and get session 4 of the Get Laid and Calm strategy by Waylon over at Waylons Way Craps. Here we go. Without further ado, let me get this out of the way. Let me bring this a little bit closer. All right, here we go. There's the 7, so that's a tick mark. All right, but we get 125 out of that. All right, and I'll settle up at the end, okay? All right, so that's that. All right, I'll take about 10 of those, please. All right, there's the 9. We're at the single level, so there we go. Now I roll 2s and 3s and 12s, you know. So as I'm playing this, I'm learning some weaknesses, like everything has. And while this right here I've learned can handle maybe 5 of these, the less is preferable unless you're doing a lot of on and offs. This will kill you right here. Losing here will kill you. What was I going to say? So if you're going to get a bunch of these, you need a bunch of hits. But I had another point, but I forgot it. So, oh well, that's part of getting old. Maybe I'll remember it before it's over. All right. Let's go. All right, there's an 8. Oh, what was I going to say? When you start getting hit here, 12, 12, 2, 3, I don't know what Waylon does on that, because you may have this here and even out, but you just went down. You know, there's going to be a part where you have to look at your rack, I think, and maybe you just go up because of the circumstances here. You got to watch your rack. Maybe that's what I was going to say. Here we go. There's a 9. That's the point. Seven out. That's a tick. We lose this, but we get paid 125 here, and that's there, that's there, and we're good. There we go. And on this one, I think I will switch back and forth, you know, when they get hit. All right, there's a 3. Good thing I ain't out there. Another 3. Bam! That would have got hit again. I seem to roll those, man. There's a 5. Because you can lose 5 of those here and lose 5 of these here. You're down 5. Sorry, you just are. That's what I'm noticing. There's an 8. So I think you got to compensate. If you lose too much out here, you got to go up. I think you just do. But I still want to be true to his strategy. I always do. Here we go. There's a 7. That's a tick mark. Alright, that'll pay that. And then we still get 125 here. Alright, that'll go there. That'll go there. And that'll come off. See if I can keep everything straight. There's a 6. 6. Nine. See, look at me. I do this a lot. Nine. See, that's like, I lost that one. That's like having a fourth one sitting here. It just is, man. It creeps up on me. Alright, there's a 12. I roll a bunch of them. There's a 5. I do get to get that one. Leave one there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bam. I don't pay on a hit. I only pay on a win. That's how mine does it. Alright. But nonetheless, we just had that one go down. So now we got to go to 5. This is worth 2 ticks. I'm going over to the 4 now. 5 is still the point. Now we go to 2 here. There's an 8. And it goes to there. See, we're loaded up, man. Loaded up. So a 7 right now is okay because we got singles here. But still, man. There's the 7. Let's see what we actually did with that. I have to pay 2 ticks there. Alright, now let's look. That pays that. We lose that. But I get 250 here. Let's just bring everything down so I can see where we're at. Alright, let's get $200. There. But looks like we're doing okay though. Alright. We're up about $250 right at the moment. So we're good. We'll come back. I think we're on the 4. It's worth 1 tick now. Alright. There's a 9. We're back at level 1. There's an 8. There's a 3. There's 2 losses out there. Or 3 that I've had. That hurts. I don't care what you say. That hurts. There's a 10. Good thing we got off that moment. That's another loss. That's at least $100 we've lost out there. That's what I'm talking about, man. At some point, there's a 6. And there's a 7. So you lost a couple out there. Plus the adds up. Alright. So there's that one. We win that one. You lose these 3. But this gets paid 125. Like so. That's actually another tick mark on that 7. Alright. Alright, we have to take another one of these. That is that. Alright, so that'll make us even. So we actually went down about $25 on that exchange because of these losses. Okay. Here we go. There's a 6. There's a 5. There's a 6. There's an 8. Yo, 11. Hey, I win one there. Imagine that. Need about 10 more. There's a 6. on and off. We'll take it. There's a 5. That's an on and off. We'll take that moment too. Oh no. There's that one. We don't pay ticks on the loss, only on the wins, but we did lose that moment though. Now we gotta go to 5. We're gonna switch over here. That'll be worth 2 ticks. And 2. There's a 10. Don't pay on that one, but it's still a damn loss. And remember, all the percentages are the same. 2,000 for the way he did it, 6,000 for the way I'm doing it. It's the same. Alright. That's what can't happen. Now we're at level 3, so we gotta come out with 3. There's a 9. Empty slot. Now we're in danger zone. All these versus just that. There's an 8. Big time danger zone. A 7 right now. We get 375. We're gonna lose 1, 2. We're gonna lose $275 right here. We might pick up a few coins, but that's it. We don't want a 7 right here. We need some exchange here. I'm talking this out, y'all. I hope you don't mind. All right, here we go. We don't want a 7 now. We got a 3, which I seem to roll a bunch of them. There's an 8. This does come down though and gets paid, but we got to leave 75 there. We don't want to set. Well, we're going to get a 7 sooner or later, but we sure would want some hits first. There's a 6. That'll come down and get paid, but I got to add a quarter to it to keep it at level 3. There's a 6. That's an on and off. Let's have a few of those, man. That'll help. That'll help mitigate some of this stuff. There's an 8. It goes here. Man, we're loaded up. There's a 10. That'll come down. That'll pay us 50. That's the point. And we're okay. There's a yo 11. Well, I would have had 3 out here. Sorry, I got the point. I would have had 3 out here again, so I would get that one. That is the truth. No screw up. Just I should have had that there. Okay. Give me another yo 11. No, but I get a 7. All right. So that'll pay that. What are we gonna lose? That's worth. First of all, we lose this. We get this. That's worth 3 tick marks, and then I gotta pay it. Yeah, I gotta talk to myself. 1, 2, 3 tick marks, and I pay $375. That might have been halfway okay. We'll go ahead now and just come down to 500. So that's worth 2 tick marks. Alrighty. Down a level. We still got $1,000 over here. There's 500. There's almost 500. We're not doing that great, you know, but we're hanging in there, I guess. 7. No, that's 3. There's the 7. That's worth 2 tick marks. Because we get 250 there. And then we'll take that, swap it, come down a level, put that 500 there. Alright. So if I take that 250 and 250, we're up 1, 2, 3, I don't know, maybe about 375. When I get to 500, we're going to look at this vig over here. Alright. So here we go. I'll take another 7, please. No, an 8. We're at level 1 again, so you're going to give me a 7, give it to me now. There's a 6. I'll even take it now. There's an 8. There's a 6. That's the point that drops, pays me. Now I leave that there. I think I've done it. I've caught any mistakes. I'm trying hard, y'all. Alright, we're good. There's a 9. There's a 9. That's on and off. There's a 7 out. That's a tick. Alright, that'll pay that. That'll lose. And then we get 125 there. Let's see where we're at on this. Alright, we gotta take this. This over here, get this 5. Now my rack is straight. We're up at the moment. Oh, these sticky ass chips. We're up $475. I'm not counting vig until I'm over 5. Even though I added an extra 1,000 here, I'm still just trying to get 500 bucks. Alright, but I may have to go for 600 because of that vig. We're going to see here in a little bit. So, we'll do that. Let's get 400 here. Alright, we can have a decent, decent series here. We'll see what's going on. Alright, give me a 7 now. No, 6. 6. 12. 3. 10. 6 on and off. 10. The more that goes out here, the more that 7, you don't win as much. There's a 2. I know, I'm repeating myself. I get it. There's a 10. That'll come down. We'll get paid. Oh, I would have had one here, I guess. I'm sorry. 9. Sorry. 10. 7, which is not really great, but that's a tick mark. We lose 75, but we get paid 125, so we want a little bit. Like so. Rack is good. So we're there. Yeah, we're over 5. Let's look. We could quit 575 as long as the big ain't over 75. But let's check it out. Each tick is worth 12 bucks. We got 13 times 12. That's $156 in big, boys. Which is what the other guys were saying once you get so high up in here. So let's go ahead and pay it so we can 150. We'll pay it 155. Don't squabble over that dollar, people. Let's go ahead and pay the vig now. Clear off our tablet. That'll give us a true where we're at. Pretty much $420. Now we got some more work to do. So we're starting a clean slate over there. There's a 7. That's a tick mark, but we get 125. See, I'd have to be paying 113 if I paid it as I go. I gotta rack up those. I gotta calculate that. Make my brain hurt. Now, that there, we're good there. Now let's see here. $12. I paid 10. So really, I owe the world $3. Don't give a shit on that one. So there we go. That helped us. So 550. $10, we can call that a tip plus $3, right? We're square with the world over there. There's our $550. Let's go ahead and add. There's 3, 4, 5. Let's get one of these. All right, so we're at 15, 16, 17, 18, 50. By session for 4, we're square with the world. No, we're not quite square. Right over that one. Now we are. So we won what we're supposed to win. We paid our bigs. Life is good. Hope everybody is freaking happy now. 4-0, and we'll do the 5th session a little later. And there you go. So until the next time, y'all, be great. See you. Bye.